Good morning, everyone. This is Bill Keegan, Town Manager in Foxboro, with your COVID-19 update for May 26th, 2020. So, taking a look at the numbers this morning, we have a total of 104 positive cases in Foxboro. That number has not changed rather dramatically at all in the past few days. 79 people have recovered. 14 people are currently positive, considered active in terms of cases that we currently have in Foxboro. It's at 14 right now. That's up a little bit to about 3 cases since yesterday, but that may have been just a movement within the numbers, because I noticed that some of the numbers as far as the folks that were not in the follow-up phase were actually, that number is a little bit lower. So that number is around 10 this morning. So the total in the follow-up, people that were lost to the follow-up phase, are down to about 10. A total of 798 people have tested negative. That's also a good sign. And some really good news to report this morning is that the total number of hospitalizations is down to 2. That was at 4 for several weeks, and so we're glad to see that number has been cut in half down to 2 at this current time. So that's great news to hear. So the deaths remains at 1, which has not moved in almost a month and a half now. So that's also good news as well to report. So taking a look at what's happening in Norfolk County, total 7,844 cases have been reported. 784 cases of COVID-19 have resulted in people dying. So that is down to that it's 784 cases. Number has not moved dramatically in the last several days as well. So that's also good news. Total of 17,200 beds are available, and right now there are 2,108 people occupying those beds. That is actually good news. That number continues to drop, so that's a good sign as well. 560 people are currently in ICU. Again, that number is also continuing to drop as well. So good to see that those numbers are heading in the right direction. All right, let's take a look at what the report says for today. As we wait for further guidance about when and how many businesses will reopen, small businesses continue to struggle with the impact of COVID-19. Here are some of the technical assistance resources for small businesses. SBA resources. The Small Business Administration's Boston District Office offers financial and technical assistance. SBA Resource Partners offers consulting services for free for nominal registration fees. These partners include small business development centers, a network of centers that provides counseling and training to help small business owners start, grow, and expand their businesses. COVID-19 response, serving both new and existing small business clients with one-on-one remote business counseling and group workshop webinars. And find an SBDC at sba.gov, local assistance/find. SCORE. The SCORE is a volunteer business counselors. They are advisors and mentors who offer individual free to low cost counseling throughout the U.S. and its territories. And they provide counseling on COVID-19 response, teleconsults via call or Zoom offered by SCORE, mentors and webinars and workshops. You can find a SCORE mentor at score.org/find-mentor. And women's business centers with WBCs provide free to low-cost counseling and training and focus on women who want to start, grow, and expand their small business. COVID-19 response, offering remote classes and self-paced workshops. Veterans Business Outreach Centers designed to provide entrepreneurial development services and referrals for eligible veterans owning or considering starting a small business. The COVID-19 response, and that's for COVID-19 response, offering remote classes and self-paced workshops. And then finally, the Federal Reserve Bank. Actually, last but one other one beyond this, but Federal Reserve Bank of Boston provides resources and compiles a list of organizations willing to provide technical assistance to small businesses and nonprofits with accessing the Paycheck Protection Program, and a list of New England financial institutions that can provide Paycheck Protection Program loans for non-customers. You can access these resources on the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston's website. The Reopening Massachusetts website has resources available in Spanish. Those resources can be found at mass.gov/info-details/reopenings-Massachusetts. And Governor Charlie Baker and Lieutenant Karen Polito joined legislative leaders and local officials today to recognize Memorial Day in a virtual ceremony. The flags presented to Governor Baker and Major General Gary W. Keefe by the Color Guard during the ceremony have flown above Massachusetts Veterans Memorial Center in Agawam and the Massachusetts Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Winchendon as a mark of solemn respect in honor of the veterans lost during the COVID-19 public health emergency. Again, that was yesterday, not today, of course. So that's the latest update that we have. I encourage everyone to take a look at the ceremony that the Veterans Service Department put together. It's actually on YouTube now. You can actually look it up, Veterans Memorial for Foxboro, and take a look at that and look it up. It's really well done. It was done. It was aired live yesterday through through Foxboro Cable Access at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then also was it also be repeated on their schedule. So if you take a look at the Foxboro Cable Access schedule, I'm sure that they'll be playing that several times throughout the course of the week. Very well done. Congratulations to Mike Weber and to Ali Rodriguez and Christina Metcalf for working together on putting that together. It was really well done, and a lot of information again taken from prior years, as well as some information about those folks who have passed during the past year, who are veterans and who have served this country so well during the past several years, who passed during the most recent year. So those people are listed as well. So that's the best we could do, unfortunately, given the circumstances that we've had this year. We will be back hopefully next year with a full live presentation with a parade, as well as several speeches, etc., for in honoring our veterans who served this country and who gave their lives for the good of all of us in democracy in and of itself. So again, thank you for putting that together, for the folks who did that worked so well to put that together, and hopefully you can take a look at that. And then further tonight we'll continue with our reopening phases. We'll be announcing our plans for reopening tonight during the Selectmen's meeting. Also, there'll be some discussion about how we can actually help local restaurants to come back online with some outdoor dining opportunities. We're working on those details now. Also, working with the planning board. The planning board is going to be meeting on this topic on Thursday night. So we're trying to work as fast as we can through that. We're also waiting for some further guidance from the state in terms of how this all can work. One thing that is a little bit challenging for us, as it is for every city, town in Massachusetts, is the service of alcohol outside the limits of the presentation. Those people who have outside capabilities of doing that now will not be affected by that, but those who are looking to seek to do that will require some additional review by the Board of Selectmen in order to achieve that. So we will continue to work on that, but there is also a limitation that the ABCC has for reviewing those requests. And the legislation filed by Senator Paul Feeney has, and hopefully going to be looking to relieve that requirement so we can keep it here locally to conduct those approvals and get those done in a more timely manner. So waiting to see how that legislation follows through at the state level. So those are the latest updates that we have. We Selectmen have a pretty active agenda tonight, so you might want to join in that. That'll be starting at 7 o'clock tonight. And if there's any further information that you want to share or provide to us, feel free to give me send me an email at wkeegan@foxboroma.gov. That's wkeegan@foxboroma.gov. Happy to announce anything that you may want to have on this update each morning. So until next time, which will be tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, I will provide an update tonight at the Selectmen's meeting as well. So if you want to tune into that, that'll be starting right over the top of the start of the meeting, around 7:05. I'll be providing another update at that point. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow morning or tonight, and hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the good weather that we're having right now, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning. All right, take care now.